Hi, I'm Richard Shrubb, your Labour Party County Council candidate for Linden Lea. Linden Lea is a huge rural division that stretches from Winterbourne Abbas in the west, almost to Beer Regis in the east. Have a look on the Dorset For You website to see if your village is in it. Who am I? I'm a former Royal Navy and Royal Air Force brat who toured the Navy and RAF bases as a youngster. I was posted in the US, the Falklands and Brussels, as well as countless villages between Odium to the east to West Wales and North Devon in the west. While in the US, I began prep school at a school near Barnstaple and ended up at the Royal Hospital School public school near Ipswich. I then went to sea on a 200-foot sailing ship for a year before coming back to Southampton Solent University with a bump. The stress broke me, and I spent 5 years in social housing in Bristol recovering from a severe breakdown. These were the Blair years when the NHS was at the top of its game and the welfare state looked after you. I went to do an MA in journalism at University College Falmouth. The Gordon Brown-induced NHS cuts were biting, and a system that once worked extremely well was being privatised and turned into a method of redress rather than recovery. I would not like to be disabled today. Now the Conservative Party has got its mitts on the system. I know quite a few disabled people who have died who shouldn't have, bullied and hectored to the end. OK, so we now know who I am. What about you? I am honoured to be the Labour County Council candidate for the division that includes Tolpuddle. In summer 2013, under the Tolpuddle tree, I brought together a group of people who had formed the Dorset People's Assembly Against Austerity. Now largely based in Bournemouth, this group of dedicated individuals are campaigning hard against the artificial programme of austerity in the UK that has killed several of my friends, yet allowed banksters to pay little or no tax. I can't see how we're all in it together when Google pays 18% less tax than the average shopkeeper. Linden Lea is a fantastic area. I love to take my young daughter paddling in Morton, and she has celebrated both her birthdays in the Brewers Arms pub in Martinstown. I know all sorts of bridle ways where I go cross-country riding in the area. You cannot, however, eat the views. What about the bus services? It seems we are heading into an era where only the rich can afford to live and work in villages due to the Dorset County Council policy. You can't put a price on a village's soul, and full of rich commuters, its soul will die. We need a good set of subsidised bus services for the elderly, young and working age people who can't afford to drive. What about affordable housing? There are some statistics that posh people don't buy new properties near affordable housing. But who does the council represent? It seems that in its anti-affordable housing policy, Dorset County Council is trying to poach the poor from its towns. Sorry guys, but an executive at a PR company won't change jobs for an £8 an hour job as a checkout assistant or as a barman. You need poor people to make the rich's life possible. Where can people live? The time has come for change. Vote for me, Richard Shrubb, on May the 4th, and I will push the council to change its ways.